Oli, what in reality has she really put on the table this time around?
In reality, the changes that she's agreed to the deal that she'd already agreed with Brussels amount to legal assurances that Britain and the European Union are both going to do their best to reach some kind of free trade deal in a couple of years' time from now, which would avoid Britain getting caught indefinitely in a kind of European Union membership that it can't extricate itself from as a result of the Irish border backstop solution, that complicated solution to keep the border flowing and open between Northern Ireland and Ireland. The problem was, this time yesterday, she had a jet idling at a London airport so she could nip over to Strasbourg in France to meet with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker to, with some fanfare, shake hands on a new deal with him, these extra changes added into that deal. She brought those changes back to London. She thought she was in a pretty good place to convince a lot of MPs to now back her deal, and then her own Attorney General, the government's top legal advisor, said that he couldn't change his legal advice on the issue that much. And what that meant was that the DUP party of Northern Ireland say they can't back Theresa May's deal. Many Conservative MPs say they can't back their own Prime Minister's deal. And so it looks like in an hour and a quarter or so from now, Theresa May, despite this trip to Strasbourg that she invested a lot of political capital in right at the last minute, despite that, it does look like she will be defeated again in the House of Commons. A lot can change in British politics these days in an hour and a quarter, but it does look at the moment like she's headed for defeat.
Just from the speeches you've heard so far, did she not even manage to at least pacify a few more of the people who have been opposed to it? Is it like she did nothing at all?
I think a few more is probably about right. There are a number of Conservative MPs from Theresa May's own party, who previously rejected her deal in the last vote in January, who say that actually this time around they feel a bit more reassured, and they also want to avoid Brexit not happening at all. So they are saying that they will vote in favour of Theresa May's deal. And they will be crucial. MPs like that will be crucial here, because if Theresa May is able to turn the margin of defeat compared with January into something significantly smaller, then at least she can say there is momentum, that she has things moving in the right direction. She may therefore try and extend the Brexit process or have further talks with the European Union with a view to holding a third and final, you would expect, vote on her deal at some point in the future. But if it's another crushing defeat for Theresa May, that raises further questions about her leadership, her premiership, her government, the Brexit deal itself, and whether it's completely dead in the water. And if it is a crushing defeat, there will be all sorts of questions about her future.
But with 17 days left, Oli, and going back to this process where it all started and where we are today, is it really realistic to expect things to change fundamentally?
Not in 17 days, really, and that's why there is now this greater expectation that in some way there will be a delay to the Brexit process. Either it will be MPs forcing Theresa May to ask for an extension to Brexit so that they can work out here in London with regards to Parliament, but also in terms of negotiations with the European Union, what kind of deal they think they can get through the House of Commons. Or it may be that Theresa May gets further towards a type of deal and asks for the European Union for a little bit more time to get it all done and dusted, to get the I's crossed and the I's dotted, and the T's crossed. Even if she were to get this deal through this evening in the House of Commons, there probably isn't time to get all that legislation done and dusted, as you say, in 17 days. So that's why whatever happens here, most people in London around Westminster politics are now expecting that there will be a delay of some sort in the Brexit process.
And that's where we're going to leave it for now. Oli Barrett, our UK correspondent, coming through to us live from London.